I used to get shit about that for wasting food. I'd shoot food, and they give me, and I'm like, I bought it. I'll fucking shit on it if I want to.
You just wasted 25 liters of Shasta.
Right.
Like, shut up, bitch. I do what I want.
I'm not wasting you ruin that sugar water.
I'm creating jobs.
Yeah.
Because it'd be fruit, like I'd go to Walmart and I'd buy like a whole bunch of cantaloupes and all these watermelons and I just remember I went to the checkout aisle and like the lady who was checking me out, this elderly black lady, she was like, "Ooh," she like thumps the cantaloupe in a knowing way. That's a good cantaloupe. That's gonna be delicious, sugar. What you doing with all this fruit? Church picnic? And I'm like, I'm shooting them as targets with my rifle. She's like, ah! She like pulls it back to her chest, like clutching it, like trying to save it from me. You can't do that. I was like, yeah, I can. What are you gonna stop me? I just mentioned the gun. Like you're gonna have a hard time.
Start a long conversation with a black female cashier. They will go on and on.
I think the move was
the one at Kohl's recognizes me now, and she keeps trying to get me. Keeps trying to get me to sign with a fucking Kohl's card. I went and I bought some shit yesterday or 2 days ago. Realized I meant to buy new like athletic compression, like workout stuff. And I was like, all right, I'll pop back in there. And I'm walking in like, Teresa, please don't be here today. Please. Just like 52-year-old, heavy set black woman who's always like, I recognize you come in here all the time. And I always ask you, what do I always ask you? And I'm like, do you want to sign up for the Kohl's card? She's like, yes, I do. And what do you always say? And I'm like, no. No, I always say no because I don't like giving my social security number.
You darky, get away from me.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Just keep coming back.
But it's like that kind of pushy sales attitude where like I can't get pissed at her because she's doing her job, and she's being somehow friendly about it.
You can still get pissed.
Oh, just come on, give me a social shug.
Think about all the Kohl's cash you've lost, though.
I would go to Call of Duty and say, Modern Warfare 6, please no upsales. And they'd be like, all right, would you like to join our club? We covered this. No upsales. All right, would you like this? Just this. That's how it should be. We established the ground rules going into this.
I have, I've been researching buying a car on YouTube. Okay. And apparently that's super fucking complicated now. Because used to, the last couple cars I bought, you just walk in on the lot and you're like, hey, I'm paying cash. And they're super excited that you're paying cash. It used to be cash was king. And then you get your car right away and they were super happy. And now I'm learning that if you walk in and say you're paying for cash, they're going to rip you off hard.
That's true. Yeah, because they want that financing.
Right. They want all of the extra and added bonuses and the financing and all the money.
Boogie, you're getting cut off now and then. Could you?
Yeah, what is that?
Could it be a Discord thing that you don't have? You have your sensitivity?
I very rarely use green Discord, but for some reason, like I flash green for a second.
Okay, let's do it.
That's happened to Kyle before as well.
Yeah, so what do I do? I'll fix it if you tell me how to fix it.
I chose a different USB port for my camera that fixed the green, but to fix the sensitivity, you click the gear down by user settings, bottom left of the Discord app.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to voice and video. It's under app settings. It's the third column down.
You got input volume. I can lower that.
That's not what you want to do, actually. There's a green bar under automatically determine input sensitivity, and you want to slide that all the way to the left and then save your settings, and you're done. Actually, maybe you don't even have to save settings.
So I turned off automatically determine input sensitivity?
Correct,
all
yeah.
the way to the left.
Because then it's like deciding
then you'll always
when you're
be
done talking.
Okay, done.
No, I don't think they've ever cared, honestly, about the cash thing, because like, all right, first of all, like people would come in and say that a lot. They'd be like, hey, I'm paying cash, and I'd be like, hey, I just couldn't give a fuck less. Like actually, I would prefer that you finance, obviously, because like if you're paying cash, then you have a limited amount of it at some point. But if you're financing, the amount that you technically have, or the amount that your bank will give you if you've got good credit, is virtually unlimited when it comes to this car. Like they're going to finance it as much as we want it to cost, really, most of the time, unless you've got bad credit or it's a used car. So yeah, a cash customer has always been less attractive than a finance customer, of course, as well, because we can't make money on the back end with financing through Ford Motor Credit or any of our banks where we might get a point or a quarter point or whatever.
I just want a cheap, easy car to buy that I don't have to pay a bunch of stupid fees for.
Just buy a Honda or a Toyota. Something that's going to last forever and drive the shit out of it.
Yeah, I keep looking at Toyota Corollas, and I drove one the other day, and it wasn't that comfortable in it. But
those are real little too. You don't want like a Honda CRV or a Toyota Highlander, or I don't remember the other one.
You're a
Mustang makes
full-sized
a great
American.
V6.
You're a full-sized American, Boogie. You might want a truck or something.
My friend,
what a polite way to put that.
my friend who passed away had a 2014 Dodge Charger.
Mm-hmm.
And I never even drove it, but I tried to get that and was unable to get it. But I was like, man, that would be a really nice way to remember my friend who passed away, get his car and like drive it for a while. And then I think his family decided to keep it because technically it was owned by the company or something like that. So I don't remember exactly how it all worked out, but that seemed like a really cool car. Like I don't know anything about cars. Is a Charger a cool car still?
I think it is.
I think they look cool, but I don't know what the new ones look like. I remember in like 2006, I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. But I was also 15.
I like that whole movement they made. The around 05, I think the Mustang got redone. It looked amazing, still does. And the Charger did the retro thing, and the Camaro maybe did too. But yeah, they all got nice looking.
The Mustang and the Camaro, previous to this most recent, like last 15-year redesign, like 90s Mustangs look awful. That weird slope down front. Like
you're talking about the bubble one or the square Fox body one?
I think it's the bubble one. Not
I didn't like either of those.
Looks familiar,
and they outright stopped making the Camaro in 1999. 99 was the last.
The Camaro is the one that looked horrific.
I liked it,
honestly.
To me,
I don't remember an ugly Camaro to my sense. I'm sorry, Kyle. I cut you off.
The 99 actually is the 1 year I think where they gave it bubble headlights instead of like the little slits, like an Asian is peering at you from under the shrubbery. But
these are very nice car.
Oh, so nice.
He's so really nice. Yeah, see, look at this. This is a 97 Camaro. That looks terrible. You're going to tell me that looks like an okay car?
Yeah, I was fine with that. Although I did prefer the Trans Am, obviously, which is basically the same car, but everything's nicer.
Well, like look up the same car at all.
I'm not.
It's the exact same
much
car.
About cars, but this looks like some of the cars. Yeah, I was about to say this looks like some of the cars from the 90s, but no, I like that car. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like the newer ones more, but that doesn't catch my attention as a bad car like the Fox body Mustang does.
Dude, there is up in Branson, Missouri. I traveled up there. I'm going back up there in March. There is a celebrity car museum. And he's got like the 1960s Batmobile. He's got the car that Mike gets shot in Breaking Bad. Spoilers for a 10-year-old television show. And like it's some of the like fucking the most incredible shit. He's got one of the vans from Men in Black. He's got the Men in Black vehicle. He's got like one of the just the insane shit that dude has. And I guess I went to it and put it on my travel channel. And when I go back, we're doing a collab out there with my friend Jacob, the carpetbagger. And he says he's going to let us drive some car. But the reason I bring this up is not just to get you to watch my content on my travel channel, Boogie Travels, but also because he also had some just nice cars. The guy who owns that collection, all the celebrity cars, also just likes to buy nice cars. And so up in the one section, he had like a Porsche, I think, and like some other like super
he does this in Branson
car. Yeah, he's got a museum in Branson. He also like will take those cars on the road. I think he wasn't there. I didn't meet the owner because he was in the Middle East somewhere, like Dubai or something, like showing off part of his collection. He did not have one of the cars I wanted to see there.
One of them in the Midwest, one of them in the Mideast.
I wanted to see, of course, DeLorean. I wanted to set in a DeLorean, which is the whole reason I wanted the Tesla Model X to begin with, the wing doors to trick it out to look like a DeLorean, right? And now if I get the Cybertruck, I'm going to make it look like a Warthog, you know. But anyway, everybody's doing that, so that's not going to be that special. But damn it, I saw these like special cars, and I'm like, so what movie is this one from? And he's like, it's not from a movie, it's just a Porsche. I'm like, oh, who cares? And also, I get that as a supersized American, I will not fit in that car. None of you guys will either. Who the fuck fits in these cars? Like, if did you zombify Vern Troyer and put him in this Porsche? Like, who drove this fucking thing?
R.I.P.
I've driven a lot of Boxsters. The legroom is a problem, though.
Those are the teeniest ones, right?
Yeah, Boxster's real small. But you know, it's
I feel like Froggy Fresh, who was like notoriously 5'3". He'd be like, I don't know, that Porsche is kind of tight for me.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't know why you'd buy a luxury car and then feel cramped in it. That
doesn't make
awful.
any sense. A luxury car to me is a Lincoln. That's
see, like if I were like super Mr. Rich guy, I wouldn't buy a car to drive. I would get a Rolls or something, and I would be the guy. I'd have a TV in the back. I'd have like sodas and snacks and drinks and whiskey and those like glass bottles.
Decanters.
People have decanters. Wouldn't even drink it back there just to have it, just so people know this guy's got fucking money. And that's what you do. You just ride around. You don't have to drive when you're rich. Why would you want to?
If I'm being bougie AF, you guys know we talked about this before. My roommate, my best friend, he's been working for me the last 2 years now, and since I wrecked my car, he just does all the driving. And so like I play my Switch in like the passenger seat and like fuck around when I have to go do stuff. And it's actually really nice being driven around. I kind of like it.
I mean, Jesus, dude, you should talk to him. It's not like you're the back of a limo.
No, dude, no, straight up.
You install a side window, and he's like, and Mr. Boogie, where do you want? Ugh.
He's always turning around. He's like, "Would you like an egg in this
good help
frying time?"
You know? Who are you talking to?
It's like turns into Frank Reynolds immediately.
Yeah,
After this, we should go get dinner. Yeah.